Air, a composition of hundreds of substances which surrounds us all the time. Whether we are walking around the city or sitting inside the confinements of our houses, we can never be left untouched with it. Or should we say we are turning it into a reason for mankind's extinction? According to the recent WHO reports, 14 out of the 15 most polluted cities in the world are in India, with Delhi topping the list since 2016. Urban air quality in most megacities has been found to be critical. For people with allergies and respiratory problems, sometimes the very air they breathe can be hazardous for their health. That's because a variety of pollutants in our air, collectively called smog, can aggravate respiratory problems and allergy symptoms, leaving people with these conditions struggling to breathe. Urban cities in India are the places where children of this generation haven't seen a clear sky. According to recent observations, all major cities in India are polluted to dangerous levels. Surrounded with industries, huge population, and a high number of motor vehicles, cities like Delhi are amongst the most polluted, followed by Ahmedabad, Lucknow, Kanpur, Varanasi with high PM levels. The everyday increase in the vehicular pollution has made the air unbreathable. Human data shows that this exposure increases respiratory diseases and allergies. These results suggest that exposure to air pollution can be associated with reduced respiratory function. The increase of pollutants in the air because of rapid industrialization in past few decades, we have produced more carbon than Earth naturally could in millions of years. Construction of high-rise projects without monitoring is also adding up to the urban pollution significantly, and simultaneously, landfills are turning into mounds of toxins, which we burn to disperse it all over the place. To power a population this big, the government has been investing in power plants. But after the alarming situation of our air, many big projects like the Pirana power plant in Gujarat have been put on hold, and our rural areas have not been untouched with pollutants coming from nearby cities, and crop burning practices adds to it. The smoke produced by passive smoking and household smoke is also directly related to development of respiratory problems and respiratory allergies. Major allergy triggers contain pollens and animal dander. Air pollution is the reason behind a dozen of diseases which often prove to be lethal. Almost 7 million deaths were caused by household and outdoor pollution in the previous year. The relative risk of hospitals, increased emergency patient visits are positively and significantly associated with presence of air pollutants in the country. Allergens, which are airborne, have huge impact on the combined respiratory health of young India. Realizing how bad situations are, AIM started a separate respiratory unit in 2013. And due to ignorance or less awareness, cases of allergies have increased exponentially in recent years. Most northern Indian cities across the Indo-Gangetic Plain this winter have been recording severe to very poor air quality levels. Unlike some of our urban cities, there is little or no public awareness about the scale of the crisis and its corresponding health impacts. Most of the cities do not have plans to control air pollution. There is growing evidence that certain pollutants at least increase the likelihood of allergic reactions. Studies have shown that pollution is an added irritant factor in childhood respiratory problems and that the symptoms are worsening. Let us see what our experts have to say.
Industrialization is increasing by leaps and bounds. Certain noxious gases like carbon dioxide, nitrous oxide, and CO, when they are inhaled, they will also induce allergy. All these things together, which in our day-to-day life have produced injury to our respiratory system.
कॉन 2090 और सनोफी फार्मा दोनों इकट्ठे मिलके एयर पोल्यूशन के बारे में जो समाज को अवेयरनेस दे रहा है, इट्स एन वेरी ग्रेट जॉब. इट्स अ मैटर ऑफ द प्राउड फॉर द डॉक्टर्स एंड द इंडियन पॉपुलेशन.
Pollution is a global burden and it affects health of individual in so many systems are affected, like respiratory system, cardiovascular system, neurological system, and even children growth that is also affected by the pollution. And we should respect nature. If we don't, then it will reflect to our generation. It is a joint hand of NAPCON and Sanofi Allegra for this preventive drive, and we hope everybody will join this noble effort, and that will help our nation as well as world to get rid of pollution.
The air quality index across the country has progressively been increasing, and obviously proportionately to the air quality index, the respiratory issues have also started progressively increasing. The predominant respiratory problems were found at the two ends of the age spectrum, that is the pediatric and the geriatric population. Now the incidence and prevalence of non-asthmatic respiratory problems has gone up in the pediatric population. Not only that, the teenage and the adolescent individuals also seem to have an increased prevalence of respiratory issues, and these might not be just chronic diseases. These might be acute issues, frequent coughs, frequent rhinitis, frequent irritation of throat, and these are not major problems, but they can in the end amount to problems which would affect quality of life.
WHO ने एक सर्वे किया था, इसमें से नॉट डेथ से 1 डेथ ऑफ द कॉज इज़ ड्यू टू द एयर पोल्यूशन है. ग्लोबल बर्डन ऑफ डिसीज ने 2014 में भी एक सर्वे किया था, उसमें ऐसा है कि 5th कॉमनेस्ट कॉज ऑफ द डेथ इज़ ड्यू टू द एयर पोल्यूशंस. इतना गंभीर समस्या हो गया है एयर पोल्यूशंस का. नेपकॉन 2018 कमेटी और सनोफी दोनों ने एक इनिशिएटिव लिया है कि लेट्स क्लीन द एयर.
It's a good initiative by the Sanofi Allegra that at least the known allergen in the environmental pollution, not only we can say just a house mite or insects, but so many other like chemical toxins or some allergen, environmental allergen can affect the human being.
It's a very great idea that the Sanofi and NAPCON has come together to reduce the air pollution. So our perspective is to clean the air.
Pollution is one of the modern day threats, particularly here in India where we have some of the most polluted cities in the world. As a result of that, Sanofi and Allegra have been working on our resolution against pollution. Going forward, we want to strengthen our resolution against pollution program on 3 spaces. The first, we'll continue to work with the medical community to educate patients in this space. Secondly, we want to also build relationships with the policymakers on how to combat pollution. And lastly, as part of our responsibility, we'll continue to educate patients and spread the word wider on the ill impact of pollution and its connection to allergies.
Our generation is facing this hazard up close, and it has started affecting us with rapid increase in allergies and respiratory problems. NAPCON and Sanofi have come together to work for a better future, a clean future. Let us not wait anymore. Let us start cleaning the mess we created. Let us take a resolution against pollution.
Sanofi and Allegra are committed to the Resolution Against Pollution campaign, and we look forward to working even more closely on this with the medical community.
I will support our Prime Minister's slogan, Clean India.
Let's join together to prevent pollution for our better future.
लेट्स क्लीन द एयर.
हम विश्व के सब लोग साथ में मिलकर पॉल्यूशन का कंट्रोल करें और पृथ्वी को बचाएं.
To breathe fresh air is the right of every citizen of India.
Smoking is injurious to your health. It's time all of us realize that air pollution is injurious to everyone's health. So today, let's take a resolution against air pollution.
Sanofi is committed to the cause of resolution against pollution.
We at Sanofi and NAPCON have come together to form a resolution against pollution.